at some point, you find yourself in a rare clearing. And as you come out into this clearing, you notice, that you're kind of on the slope of that sort of lesser hillside that the smoke is coming from. And second, that the clearing that you're in has 4 obelisks that are all sort of arranged in a square that are made of obsidian and are like eerily equidistant from each other. And there is a small sort of circular spot on the ground in the very center where where there's like a stone circle.
That seems nice.
Upon hearing the description of this place, I go, okay, no one walk in the center of that.
The 4 obelisks are absolutely and eerily identical.
Lore, is there, can you see any writing on any of it?
Yeah. Can I?
There is no writing on them whatsoever.
They're perfectly smooth. I'm gonna get slightly closer, but not cross the obvious boundary line.
Fair enough.
I'm a plop down on my butt, pull out my book, and start ritual casting detect magic.
Phenomenal. So that's going to take 10 minutes. What's Calder up to?
No, sir, I don't like it. I guess as everyone else is starting to look at the obelisk, I'm going to just take watch and look at the surroundings.
I haven't gotten near the obelisk.
That was what you were going to be my next question. What is Clarion doing when he sees this very, very large... Not very large clearing, but these obelisks are probably a good 7-8 feet tall.
They don't look. This does not make me a happy bard. I have heard way too many and sung way too many stories, and I know that going into the cold room of bad decisions is one thing. But that's a small room full of, local bad decisions. This looks like an altar of evil magic. You don't use black unless you're mad.
Excuse you.
You do nothing. Miss, I am a mood ring.
Someone clip that, please.
Rude.
And that.
I would like to do a vibe check.
Yeah.
And by vibe check, I mean Arcana roll.
Sure. And as you're doing that, Charlotte will probably eventually finish up the ritual cast. Go ahead and roll an Arcana check, and I will actually jump into the table. There you go. Excellent.
I dropped it in the dice tower. I didn't show.
It's fine. Chat can see it. It was a 15. Nice. Go ahead and Charlotte, go ahead and roll an Arcana check as well as you finish up your detect magic to see if you recognize the things that you're seeing as well.
All right.
$15 and a 16. Okay. Wow, we are very average in our rolls today. Not a whole lot one way or the other. I just spiked a bit there, so I'm going to take down my... There we go.
Right. So Lore's probably going to get different info than I'm going to get, because I'm just sensing magic auras, but Lore can actually look at this thing.
Yes. So visually, the things are identical and there's unremarkable. That's the word I was looking for. Identical and unremarkable beyond the fact that they are made of obsidian and that they are obelisks. There aren't any chips. There aren't any dents. There aren't any writings or anything like that.
They are unremarkable except for being giant, perfect, featureless things made out of identical rock.
Exactly.
Are the obelisk leaning slightly in? Or are they perfectly straight?
They are straight up and down. That's an excellent thought, but no. They are definitely magical. and you sense transmutation magic, but it doesn't have that evil feeling that you get at the back of your throat when you detect horrible evil like necromantic magic, like a certain bard and sometimes necromancer uses. You don't get that kind of feeling. You get something that feels at least benign. It doesn't feel like this is a horrible place of death magic.
Are the obelisks themselves giving off an aura, or is it just the whole area?
You're gonna have to tell me a little bit more about what you do to try to determine that. You don't see anything specific in the magical aura, or you don't sense anything specific in the magical aura from where you are.
Yeah, so once the ritual's complete, I'll stand up and start inching closer until I'm first within 30 feet of one of the obelisks and see if it pings.
Nope.
All right, and then inch a bit closer until I don't know how far across this clearing is. Like, would I have to get within the ring of the obelisks to get within 30 feet of the stone circle in the middle?
No, it's a fairly small. We'll say that the square is 20 feet across. So from corner to corner would be 20 root 2 feet, because I'm a math teacher, and that'll be that. So yeah, you can approach from one of the corners and get up to one of the obelisks pretty easily. Yes. As you get closer, go ahead and give me a perception check and let me know what Swoops is doing.
Swoops is still above us, occasionally saying like, "It's this way to the smoke. It's this way to the smoke."
Fair enough.
Press B to jump. Press
Hey,
B to jump.
Hey, listen.
Ooh, perception's not my strong suit.
So you get close to it, and it just, you can see the magic, but you're not, as you are getting closer, you don't feel or sense anything unusual from it.
Guys, I don't think this is the forge.
I walk inside the square.
Anticlimactically enough, nothing happens.
Okay, my speculation here is that this is a place where people would anchor a magical tent, and this is a table. That's my guess.
A magical
Yeah,
tent?
you said it was 20-foot square?
Yeah.
Yeah, there's a spell called Tiny Hut or Lehman's Tiny Hut, depending on if you subscribe to this guy inventing the spell. It basically makes like a room. It's like a tent.
Well, and this is the
But does it
Like-
need like 4 obelisks?
no, but this is
to-
a perfect square for putting up an alarm spell. 20-foot cube.
Yep. This is giving me magical campsite vibes, is what I'm saying.
Ooh,
This feels like place of power stuff. So I propose that we show respect for the space and then politely leave.
I mean, it is obsidian's sharp as heck. So yeah, maybe there was some like ritual murder here, but find a place where there isn't ritual murder.
The obelisks,
city.
the obelisks
Unless there's
aren't like sharp.
Then, unless there's a magical entrance or a secret entrance somewhere in this area, I propose we move on.
The stone circle in the center, does it have anything carved in it?
Yeah, it does, and it's not obvious to folks looking. If you're trying to find if Charlotte is trying to find carvings,
I will. Yeah, I'll get down
yes.
and start feeling it.
I will say that you find one. You find a carving of it is a symbol in the side of the stone, and that symbol, you're pretty sure represents, well, actually, no, I'm not going to hide this behind a check. I think just looking for it was good enough. This symbol is an elven symbol for music.
I think this is a stage.
Turn to Clarion. You want to perhaps play a tune, please the gods, or whatever the hell they want?
I mean, I could. I think let me can I do just to get my feel for it, detect magic
Sure.
and a perception?
Absolutely, no problem.
Okay, so detect magic. Do I need to do anything for detect magic?
Detect
or just
magic
perception?
is a 10-minute cast, so as long as you're all chilling here for a little bit,
You can also cast it as an action.
or
if
you can
want to
just
spend a
cast
slot.
it. Yeah, that's also a thing.
I don't want to spend a slot yet, so I'm going to pull out my lute and do a little bit of tuning
Mm-hmm.
while I'm working on, and I'm gonna walk around inside just a little bit, just because this is me getting my perception, listening as I tune. And this would be, I guess, where my perception would wind up coming in, to how the sounds are going to focus with the obsidian, like the tonal stuff, because it is, it's obsidian. It's also a crystal,
As you are wandering about and tuning your lute, at some point, as you're tuning and you're playing notes and you're like, okay, that's not quite that note, and you're there and you can hear it, and at some point you hit a note and one of the pillars lights up. Not in a threatening way, just in a warm, white, inviting way. What do you do?
Huh.
Maybe some sort of musical code,
As-
like the tones played in the correct order.
As the note fades away, so does the glow.
Okay. All right.
Em, what's up?
So was this a major
Oh.
note or a minor note?
It is a C. M, what's up?
Can I sing that note?
Sure. Give me, I guess, a performance check.
Because then Jen can keep going with the other notes.
Well, I want to hear first. So hold
That's
on
fair.
just a sec. I want to test and see what the other notes are beforehand, so I can hear everything.
Okay.
So that's a C, since it's a C major. Let me try playing a chord, a C major, like a 4-string C major chord.
Okay. Can you tell me, because I know you happen to be a music-y person, can you tell me what C major chord you play?
I'm not that music-y, but
That's fair.
yeah, so it's going to be C, G. God, I'm trying to remember my piano.
I know. I'm
trying to imagine
pulling
this. It's
out
like,
of
I was
character
12
information
the
from
last
you.
time I did this
I'm-
music theory.
I'm making you be a
But-
bard in real life.
Yeah. So, well, I mean,
You
with
can-
my ukulele, which would have the same amount of strings as a as a lute, when I play a C major chord, you've got a C, you've got an E, you've got a G, and you've got an A, and then the far chord is not going to be a C anymore. It winds up being something else.
So the chord you just described, you play, and the 4 pillars all light up, all at once. And the light becomes all-consuming, but not in a painful or blinding way. It feels more like being in a warm bath. You feel all of your exhaustion just bleed away. And for a moment, all of you catch just the barest hint of an androgynous figure in front of you that looks appreciative. And you all are affected as though you take a long rest, and
Aw.
you all level to 4.
What?
Okay.
I mean, all right.
I like how, from Charlotte's perspective, just hearing the music, feeling warm, and suddenly I'm buffer.
Yep. Yeah.
I mean, that's how it's supposed to go, right?
Yep.
Yeah.
So Clarion is able to say, wait a second, I know what this is. I know what chord to play that might be something hopeful and uplifting. A C major chord is definitely an uplifting and
Yeah.
very sort of triumphant chord. So as Clarion is sort of tuning, you're able to find the 4 notes that the 4 pillars are tuned to, and once you play that one chord, the C major 7th, you're able to activate all 4 of the pillars at once and gain the favor of whatever being it is that put this in here in the first place. Talk to me a little bit. Actually, I should probably take a moment and, like, this is going to be a separate YouTube video, so I should probably, like, go back over here.